Mantis B is a sort of an odd ship in that once you get out of Sector 1, it's typically fine. It's because it has the 4-person teleporter, which is amazing. I mean, that single-handedly will allow you to kill ships. Plus, we have 2 Mantis to board with, best boarders in the game outside of the crystals. The problem is Sector 1, despite the fact we have 2 shields and a defense drone, NGs can't fix things. 2 NGs combined will repair at the speed of a normal character, anybody that's not an NG. So that means fires are particularly terrifying. We really can't put them out or get units back online. So that's why I gotta believe in Steve. Defense drone, I think it's Billy Kirby started the trend of calling defense drone Steven. We need him to shoot down missiles. Shoot down missiles to get us through the first sector. We prioritize getting crew, even though I don't actually have any weapons right now to take down Zoltan's shields. And I can't really interact with AI ships except with the boarding drone, which is hit or miss. That is the, in my opinion, the biggest problem is just getting a crew member that can actually go and do repair. So NG is the best, the blue options, the double repair speed, or yeah. Double repair speed be the best. But the rest of the ship is pretty great. I mean, like I said, so we have 2 shields, 1 engine's fine, oxygen, weapons with a penalty. So we're going to spend 40 scrap to get 2 power weapon system. We have a 3 power drone. Med bay, piloting. We got sensors, doors, and teleporter. So again, the strength of this ship is that we have 4-person teleporter, double Mantis. That's really good. Actually start with level 2 shields. This ship is amazing on easy and normal mode. The bad things are we're really weak to fires. And we also have most of our systems already tied up. Hey Elad, how's it going? Because we already have teleporter and drone control. Which means what we're probably going to try and find is hacking as our last system. We only have 1 available. Cloaking is a bit redundant with a defense drone and dealing with missiles. And so that really only leaves hacking as an option of systems versus mind control. I find mind control with a 2-person teleporter a pretty decent system. A 4-person teleporter, it really has limited returns. We'll also hopefully try and get a clone bay at some point. It'll let us be more aggressive with our boarding strategies. So yeah, early on, get a crew member, get them to do a bunch of repairs, find a weapon so we can interact with Zoltan shields and AI ships and more crew. So we can have all the benefits of having piloting and engines for evasions and whatnot. Clone bay and hacking. The general plan. Let's begin. But once again, the data we carry is vital to the remaining Federation fleet. So vital they sent a single ship. You need supplies for the journey, so make sure to explore each sector before moving on to the next. But get to that exit before the pursuing rebel fleet can catch. What do we got here? Okay, we got a distress. Definitely want to check out distress. Good chance to pick up crew. A pretty straightforward sector here. We also have Mantis pheromones, which I believe sell for 25 scrap. Alright, destroy the ship. They're just pirates. Option 2 always gets us scrap or a fight. There's a blue option if you have a beam weapon. We don't. No weapons, just our tiny little Mantis hands. Pirate is not worth saving. We shoot at them, we fire a few volleys with our non-existent weapons, and we get 2 fuel, 1 missile, and scrap. A early store, like the only thing I really have to sell is pheromones. Don't really want to do that right now. Boarding drone gives us quite a few blue options, and again, it is the only way we can interact with AI ships currently. Refugee ship drifting in space, we will hail them. What's going on? Hail the freighter, it advances weapons bristling from its hull. It's a pirate ambush. Okay, we got a missile here, and a teleporter. We'll go ahead and put up the defense drone and try and deal with the missile here. For them to board us. They do not have a med bay. Alright, rock. Don't let me down. Thank you. Find it. Okay, so we killed the rock. Let's go heal up. We're going to send him into sensors so that we can actually see what's going on in the enemy ship. Shot. Okay, there's another rock and an NG. Rock's 150 health, a little bit of a problem. NG is half damage though. And the rock is slow, so we can kite them around the ship for a little bit, get some 2-on-1 time with the NG, drop them quickly, and then we can focus on taking down the rock. Since it's only a heavy laser, 1 shield is enough to deal with this, so 2 should be more than fine as long as we prevent this. As long as the defense drone keeps shooting down that missile, we are safe. We'll just go ahead and board right on top of that NG. Start the fun. And now we'll move to weapons. Now the rock is going to slowly trickle behind. Do it one more time. Alright, down the NG. Alright, with the crew dead, we were able to take fuel out of storage. 5 fuel, 22 scrap. Go ahead and heal them up. Okay. Stress coming from a civilian ship. Okay, we can aid the civilian ship. Chance at double rewards. I like double rewards. So again, we have a missile and boarding situation, heavy laser. So exact same weapon setup that we just dealt with. We're gonna deal with it the exact same way. Kill the filthy boarder. Turn the favor. Board an NG. Okay. This is the most, when it gets sort of the danger of the defense drone is when it's on the far side of the ship and the missile comes from this angle or a little bit further over. There's a chance that the shot just does not get there in time. Okay, we're going to heal Felicity, and Hudson's going to take a look at the enemy ship again. Oh, we got double NGs. Okay, we don't have to kite them around. Just go right at them as soon as we actually enter the teleporter. Should be a very short fight then. Luckily, it's only a LATO. One power missile system. Only deals 1 damage. This drone actually stays up. 21 scrap, 2 fuel and a drone part. And yeah, they repaired our hull. Don't let the missile hit me. Come on. Alright, good job. Once again, we go heal. Sitting at 58 scrap. Now, since we already start with level 2 shields, we don't actually try and buy them. But 58 scrap can buy us any crew except a Zoltan. Zoltans are 60, Lanius are 50. We won't see any crystals, those are for specific characters. I mean, even a human at 45, as much as I know get ragged on. Big improvement. Got this distress. Come on, free crew. Human colony where an unknown disease has spread virulently. Yeah, chance to lose crew here. A blue option for the boarding drone here, so we're just going to ignore that request and move on. By move on, I mean actually do repair on my drone system here. That was an oversight. We didn't actually need a boarding drone. Now, actually, aside from just AI ships, you don't want to sell the boarding drone outright. There are some blue options with it as well. But there are some boarding situations where they have med bays and multiple fighters, where we're going to need that third boarder. For either distraction or just so we don't get overwhelmed. Of course, we're going to fend for ourselves, attack and escape. Wow, this is becoming a theme here. Alright, now we see that they actually do have a med bay. Let's take out this human, and then we probably are going to see what they have. It's kind of likely we might sit, wait for all the missiles to go down, and then use the boarding drone. Yeah, because they have 2 crew. They can just chill out in the med bay. My 2 Mantis won't be able to overtake them. So we're just gonna wait for the missile system to die down. Then we're going to go boarding drone with crew. So this missile could like potentially hit our shields or here. And I think it's only a level 1 torpedo because it already has the teleport system. Sometimes they like to make an Artemis, and it could hit our shield, start a fire, and then we could become quickly vulnerable to the heavy laser and just get absolutely ripped apart. Nobody wants that. You're not even like protecting yourself there. Damage to shields. That I actually have to fix more so than this one. Come on. Alright, you allow me to get hit by 3 missiles in a row. Good job. Defense drone, fantastic. Now it is actually out of missiles, but I'm already doing the repairs here. It's not like I'm on a time. Then I'm gonna have to repair the drone system because I do need that to help board distraction. You can see how absolutely ridiculously long these repairs are taking. Alright, defense drone down, boarding drone go. You land. Teleporter. Not ideal. I don't know how it's going to prioritize my boarders, whether I can actually take out the medbay and they'll fight the teleporter. Okay, they are now. Actually take out the med bay? No, they prioritize that high enough. Alright, so he's going into the med bay. That's actually really great. I really don't know what to do. So ideally, I wanted him to like go after a system like shields. And they would have to deal with him, and I could take down the medbay myself. But now I can't. Really don't want to have to keep using up drone parts. Alright, give this another shot. Okay, shields is pretty much exactly what we wanted. Okay, don't fight there. Come on, you guys are supposed to totally prioritize shields. Okay, so plan B, I guess I'm going to try and destroy their oxygen system. Okay, and with all their breaches, that will cause them trouble. Now, at least they're split up. So this is actually what the good distraction is. They're split up, we can 2v1 down a single enemy inside a medbay. Double Mantis. Now that the ship has been emptied of hostiles, you search it and eventually find a prisoner who offers to join your crew, NG Get. It's amazing. That's exactly what we were looking for. So priority 1 of Sector 1, we're still floating 66 scrap. Have a captain. Welcome aboard. So this is a ship we can only... Okay, let's intervene and defend the outpost and see what we have. Okay, it's beams. What we need is the boarding drone to board not in piloting, anywhere else but piloting. Alright, well, we can't win this fight now. So, what I needed him to not board piloting, you know, which was only a 20% chance of occurring, is that he would board into a room, destroy it, and then move to the other room and destroy that one. The problem is he boarded into piloting, so there's no room to move in, and the ship cannot repair a room with a breach in it. He's stuck. And I can't, like, destroy him and get him out of there and try and launch him again. So unfortunately, we're going to get nothing from this jump. Even though that would be an incredible long time, all scrap is pretty important, particularly Sector 1. Drones, they are not doing a particularly good job off the bat. Okay, we've got a pirate ship. Go board, say hello. This is a 2-crew ship. One's in pilot and one's in engines. Okay, they had a rock. Okay. Now we're not totally safe. It's possible that the weapons will time with an asteroid hitting our ship. Alright, so we got one down. We can just 2v1 on the rock as well. Cool, no life-size rain, 19 scrap. Back, heal him up. Okay, so we're sitting on 85 scrap plus another 25 for... So at 110, we can buy pretty much anything. Right now, just going to be looking for a weapon at a store. Okay, that's a pulsar. Okay, how gross is this? That pulsar with a beam drone. Okay, so we're gonna set up the defense drone. Shoot this missile. Okay, 3 humans and healing. This is gonna be risky. We could the pulsar, which will fire off a sort of an ion attack at about 22-second intervals. We'll eat through our shields and then hit a random system on our ship. What of course would be terrifying is if it takes out our shields and our defense drone. And worse is that there's this beam drone. Jeez, it's a level 2 beam drone. This is really, really bad act. We're in a lot of trouble. Yeah, boarding is not an option. I now realize this. So we can't board because this thing is going to annihilate us. Okay, so I'm going to put him on pilot. We're going to have this NG free roam to do repairs. And what we're actually going to do is turn off our shields before the pulsar goes off. And that way it'll affect 2 systems at random. Now, still might hit our shields and we'll be susceptible perhaps to 1 beam attack, but if it ions down our shields for like 10-15 seconds, this thing will absolutely tear us apart. It still decided to hit us in our shields. Fortunate thing is it did hit them in their drones. And okay, so it hit us in our sensors. Okay, we just ride this out. We're just trying to get out of here as fast as possible. Uh-huh. Okay, that's 4 missiles in a row you've missed, drone. Just thought oh no, wait, you actually hit the first one. Got randomly ioned in the drones again and our engines, so our evasion turned off. We're not actually running right now, and our shields are down for 5 seconds. Decided to take a short arc. Minimize damage. Oh, hit our shields again. That's fantastic. It's amazing. Defense drone failed again. Okay, so when it was hitting our systems randomly, it hit our shields for a second. Now they're down for 15. That's sort of what I wanted to avoid. This is a stupid fight. Shields got randomly on. So this is what I don't understand. It's supposed to be random, but it actually has continuously hit our shield. We could just be really unlucky, but it's been 3 for 3. Let's get out of there. Yeah, we'll attack this ship. Okay, so first we'll deal with the fire and put our defense drone up to deal with yet another missile. Hopefully our shields come back online in time. Yeah. So, this is why this ship feels overrated to me. Everyone always says, I shouldn't say everyone, but often I hear, all you have to do is get out of the first sector and you're fine. Like, that's the craziest thing, is that you die in the first sector. That's a loss. Hey, Tic Tac Foe. Alright, so we're going to do repairs. This, again, will only be a 2-crew ship. As bad as it was, we took fairly minimal damage, and that was because I was able to recognize how awful of a situation that was. Okay. Alright, now we can board. But we also are starting to get a little bit low on drones here. We're down to 9. Go ahead, repair engine. What's their other crew member? Is it NG? Okay. Once we take the Mantis down, we're fine. Total scrap. 1 fuel, 1 drone. Okay, well, the things we needed. Not a ton of scrap, but... yeah. So, like I said, this ship is pretty amazing if you can survive Sector 1. It's just really tricky to survive Sector 1. I honestly think Sector 1 is too gross. The ships are sort of random. And, so the first Sector 1 is sort of this modified civilian sector. I always find that they sort of seem catered towards the actual ship you're running. But it's very easy to get overwhelmed by an enemy ship. Sector 1. Just be flat out outclassed. Okay, we're going to attack this ship to get to the station. You have cloaking. Okay. So this bomb, as long as it doesn't hit us in the shields, should be okay. But all the rooms are connected, so we can definitely send the boarding drone in for the insanely slow kill. So again, we're in this for the long haul here. In the med bay. So this is the one system that will never be repaired again because it caused a breach. And you have to repair a breach before you can fix anything else on the room. Sorry, I always say this wrong. You have to put out a fire, then you have to repair the breach, then you can repair the system. These ships have no way to repair breaches. So they're unable to get past that phase to actually do repairs on them. Wow, that started a fire. Okay, this we're just gonna vent. And there's the shot to shields that I really wanted to not have happen. And he got shot in the shields from the shot. Fantastic. Now, eventually they will actually run out of bombs. This is the life of the Mantis B. Worst case scenarios, we are getting a lot of repair experience. Okay, now we're totally safe. Just waiting. Fill everyone up. So yeah, I understand this is not the most exciting part of FTL. Waiting for an enemy ship to slowly die. He's got to break another 4 systems. And let's see, that has 3 power if he decides to go over there. And he does. Whatever, man, take your time. Alright, I'm never really sure actually what to spend my early scrap on outside of trying to just get crew online, so I guess we're looking for a weapon. Burst 2 would be amazing, because it's a Burst 2. Any weapon that we can get online. It's a little bit tricky because we have to pay 40 scrap to get our weapons up to level 2. Most weapons, decent weapons, take at least 2 power to get going. Or I should say level 2 weapons plus 2 power. Oh my gosh, it's almost over. And there are a lot of terrible weapons out there in FTL. Or should just say less than ideal. I mean, even if we had like a basic laser, we could actually be doing damage right now. Alright, what'd you do for me, drone? 18 scrap, investigate that station. Another 10 scrap, 2 fuel vessels. Okay, fine. Take this jump, probably be hitting the exit. A nearby space station, a local shipwright can perform emergency work on military. What is your specialty? Piloting system for 9 scrap. It's more of an investment. I don't really need level 2 piloting. Considering how light I'm going to be on crew, the blue options this gives us, particularly in nebulas, and how I have my NG running around doing repairs and I have to rely on my Mantis, it gives at least my piloting sort of intact. So yeah, I guess we'll spend the 9 scrap here. Yeah, old 11 scrap. Oh, we could have squeezed in an extra jump. It's always tough jumping from nebula to regular space to try and gauge. Okay, so we have an NG sector, then we'll have a red sector. Move on. Or we can go pirate controlled. I think we go pirate controlled. Pirate controlled, more likely to have slaver ships. Chances to get more crew, which do boarding, we are light on regular crew. I also don't want to get locked into something gross like double abandoned sector, which I couldn't be able to board any of their ships. Okay, so just looking for a store and a weapon. Hopefully pick up some crew along the way. Okay. So we're totally safe in this fight. What are we dealing with here? Got 3 rocks each. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and send in the old boarding drone. Into medbay, that's fine. We will board into... Don't do this yet. We're gonna board into shields. And we're actually gonna go 3. Yeah, I don't really want you fighting in there. Mantis. Okay, so hopefully he will destroy the medbay for us. Alright, Zoltan, fine. Oh, if we run away, Cool. Alright, he's at least taking the O2 out of that room. It's unfortunate. Level 2. Okay. Oh, that's gross. So, it says a pirate ship, but it's actually a slug ship design, and even though there are no slugs on there, it's possible that it comes with slug augments. That's why the breach fixed itself, because this actually has slug repair gel. That's ridiculously unfortunate. So, what was originally just a absolutely brilliant thing for us now is less so. Okay, so how can I actually win this fight then? Level 2 medbay makes it really difficult. I mean, if we had taken it down, we actually would have won. And they just have all three of them repairing it. Yeah, I don't think I can actually win this fight then. Like, I can't abuse the fact that I cause a breach because of the slug gel. It's a 4-person teleporter, so I can't, like, 2v1 while 2 people are in the medbay. Trying to think of a way to kill crew here, and I'm coming up with nothing. Yeah, I'm afraid we're gonna have to run from this as well. I can't figure out a way how to actually deal with this ship. Like, it needed to have the slug gel, the level 2 med bay, and a 2x2 med bay for us not to be able to win it here. And it had all 3 of them. Unfortunate. Okay, we just got boarded by some intruders. Oxygen. What kind of intruders are we actually dealing with? Yeah, don't act like I actually sent it. Okay, we have humans. Probably gonna damage a system here. Yeah. Still win these fights. Or not. That's fine. We'll just swap them out. This one, though, right? No. Go. Okay, so we'll heal up crew. Hopefully we find a store that has, you know, we can actually improve our ship. Oh, we had a decent amount of scrap that was actually, and we got the NG. Pretty terrible Sector 1. We had nothing else to show for it. Yeah, okay. Let's go ahead and just level 2 engines. I'm doing this in case we run into bad fights and we have to get out. Alright, we'll aid that civilian ship. Okay. We have a basic laser and mini beam, 2 shields, totally fine. Gonna wait till we get boarded. We'll go ahead and just put all 3 crew to ensure we take down this rock, since I don't know what level that teleporter is. Okay, and they just have double NG. Be a problem. Alright, let's go ahead and board into shields. Send the NG to start beating up their medbay. So enemy AI prioritize enemies in the shields over anything else. And our NG actually does the exact same system damage that you do, that all the other crew does, even though it does half combat damage. Come on, please break that system. Please break that system. Alright, I'm not leaving this fight until, until I get my kill. You guys both there. Let's heal him up. So I need a way to stagger it, so I only am dealing damage to one crew member. Maybe if we split up the systems that we're facing, we'll do one Mantis in one room, one Mantis in another room. Fight one. Are they gonna 2v1? Okay. Alright. Well, that's, I guess that's how that gets done then. Cool, so 20 scrap, 1 fuel, 1 drone. Wow, their response. It's a good thing you came when you did. We'd be dead otherwise. I'm a shipwright and I'd like to help you like you helped me. Heavy Laser Mark 1. That's amazing. Heavy Laser Mark 1, one of my top 5 weapons in FTL. It is a 1 power 2 damage weapon. Fires every 9 seconds. Sort of weird about weapons. It says the breach and fire chances are low. It'll say that if the weapon has 10% chance of causing a fire or a breach. Heavy Laser has a 30% chance of causing a breach or a fire. Okay, 2 shielded ship in Sector 2. That's a rarity. I gotta figure that their weapon system isn't super gross, except that totally looks like a Burst 2 and a mini beam, so that's the opposite of gross. We're never gonna surrender one of our crew to slavers, though. Who does that? Okay, no, it's only a burst. That's acceptable. Let's see what kind of enemies we're dealing with. We have Bolton and a rock. Fight them a little bit? Yes, we can. Two Mantis, we should be able to win here. Okay, you find a number of slaves in the cargo hold. They look at you questioningly and one asks if they are to be released. You could use more crew, but you don't want to force all of them to work for you, so instead we get to choose our crew. We already have an NG and we have Mantis. I'm going Rockman. We can use the Rock as a boarder, but Rocks are about the second best pilot in FTL, thanks to their 150 health. There are also the second most blue options, and since species are redundant, getting, like I said, an NG isn't that big of a deal, so we'll totally go Rockman here. Wow, 2 missiles, 1 drone, 16 scrap, a free ion intruder, And a Rockman. That's all sorts of ridiculousness. Alright, so we're gonna heal crew. NG, we need to repair things. So that was pretty amazing. Obviously, we're having a problem where we're now currently down to 9 hull. So I definitely need to find a store to get some repairs. Now we can sell off, which is fair, sell off the Ion Intruder. Possibly we can sell off the border unit as well if we find, you know, another weapon to complement our heavy laser. We want you to be the pilot and you go to engines. Rock is relatively slow. So now the NG is sort of free to move about the ship, piloting being the most important position. Don't typically like your pilot running around. Store? No. Why would there be a store, you jerks? Red sectors are known for having less stores. This'll work. See a small station fitted with hundreds of repair drones. You receive an automated message. We don't know who you are, and we don't care. It's the right place for ship in some repairs. Well, you know, we don't want to seem like we're really desperate for repairs. You know, we'll play it cool. But, get 10 hull repairs for 20 scrap. That was so ridiculously fortuitous. So I do want to try and see what all these jumps are again. Want to try and find the store in this sector. Aid that civilian ship. 2 weapons, no way to heal. Could sort of use this as a training ship. That seems a little bit gross right now. I don't like training on casts. The Ion makes training shields a pain. We have an NG and a human. They will lose horribly to our 2 Mantis here. So one of our Mantis is already trained. So they're doing 20% on top of the 1.5% damage, or 1.5 damage they do. So they're going to make quick work of that. 20 scrap, 3 fuel, contact that civilian ship. The ship you saved was badly damaged in the battle. Most of the crew accepts your offer to be dropped off at a nearby station. Board offers to join your crew. Welcome aboard, Actual Steven. It's a sign. Okay. Can I put Actual Steven over here on doors? Alright, so we're going to put him on doors. I don't really need somebody manning weapons. We don't have weapons really right now. Even though I put weapons behind. So piloting is 1, engines is 2 because of evasion and getting out of fights and charging your FTL drive. After that, weapons is typically 3, and then I go doors over shields. So you see how we now have increased to level 2 doors. So when we get boarded, enemy can't just move around our ship freely. Super convenient. Also slows down the spreading of fires. Obviously no store yet. Okay, we can check out these distresses. Not sure if anyone's on board. I will hail them. Vessels relieved to hear from you. They are running low on supplies and suggest a trade. 9 fuel for 2 drone parts. Sure, ideally we're going to be able to sell off our boarding drone. So we will, of course, keep some drones for our defense drone. That's still very important. We'll be keeping that until the end of the run. Alright, someone's fleeing. Rebels here. Here we will hail them once again. Oh, we got gypped. We could have got 10 fuel for 2 drone parts. We're going to decline that one. I like keeping at about 14 fuel. A little bit more if we're in a nebula, so 20 is plenty. Alright, so let's check out how many jumps before we get to the exit. 1, 2... possibly 4. 1, 2, 3. You can jump here if it looks good, and then 4. Let's hit up the store. On amazing weapons, please. Hacking. Okay, hacking questionable. Said amazing weapon. Okay, so we have two of the worst weapons in the game, and then one slightly above being the worst weapon in the game. Why? Totally selling off the Ion Intruder. That is awful. We're absolutely going to buy the Ion Blast here, even though it's pretty terrible. So an ion weapon can disable a system without causing hull damage. This gives us another shot. So this can take down a single shield. It'll help against Zoltan's ships. I can't see if this is okay. That is actually not a stored. It just gives me another projectile to play through with, which I kind of need. But it's bad because we're going to start dealing with two shielded ships. So again, my weapon system can't actually deal beyond two shielded ships. Makes me almost want to take the heavy ion instead. It still won't let us deal with two shielded ships. I want to switch off of that as much as possible. Does that mean I go... And chain ion requires 3 power to get online. This is a weird position to be in where I'm actually thinking about getting a chain ion. You know what? Let's just go hacking. We can just hack down shields if that's the situation we're in, even though that's going to be such a drain on my drones already. Okay, we'll go get hacking. I'm gonna buy drone parts. It's also incredibly less than ideal. I need options. Since there's nothing else here for me to buy, I'm not going to sell the boarding drone, just keep it around for blue options. Hormones I can... Alright, let's see. Do I want to get level 3 engines at this point? Let's hold off on that. Okay, distress beacon to the surface of a nearby moon. Always safe to investigate. Find a man living alone in a cave. Appearance of a wrecked ship. He seems to have been here for many years. He looks healthy, but his mental state is questionable. Alright, we will leave this madman to his raving. So we had a clone bay or a slug. Clone bay makes 1 no risk when our crew members potentially die from it. Since I have neither, I'm not going to risk crew. I never risk crew. I love my crew. That's borderline, but looks okay. Totally worth it. Sell 3 missiles for 2 drones. Yeah, absolutely. I have no use for missiles right now. Drones are good. Next sector, Rebel Controlled or Zoltan Homeworlds. High level medbay also has a blue option. Is it 2 or is it 3? Also, hey, Sayadin, how's it going? Zoltan Homeworld is pretty yucky. So is Rebel Controlled. Rebel Controlled typically have a lot of AI ships. I mean, we do have the heavy laser to deal with some Zoltan shields, and then eventually we can board them. Also, there are more stores. Let's just have a weapon. Like a viable weapon. Second chain ion. Stun bomb. Those are not even close to being viable weapons. So officially, the Burst Laser Mark III is the best weapon we've seen so far. And that requires 4 power to get online. I can't. So it's pretty unfortunate that we actually have not been able to get complementary weapon, well, not a complimentary as in free, because we got the free heavy laser. That's great. Oh, goody. Border police. Zoltan border police. Really gross. How many intruders are we boarded with? Okay, just double Zoltans. Oh, triple Zoltans. Alright, well, there. Other man here. Heavy laser on their ship. And they have a heavy 2 and basically... Alright, let's go heal up. Here's to see what this enemy ship has on it. This is supposed to be on auto fire. Forgot. Shouldn't have too many crew over there. 2 Zoltans. Okay, we can win against 2 Zoltans. Win. Oh, sure. Okay. NGs, please go repair my on-fire weapon system. Because I don't actually want to screw around here. We'll do it this way. We'll beat them up. They'll run to the medbay to heal. Let them in. Both in. Oh no, the other one didn't make it. Okay, cool. We'll now hack the medbay to kill off the last Zoltan. Fantastic movie, The Last Zoltan, if you've ever seen it. Okay. So yeah, it gets terrifying if those weapons sync up and we start dealing. Heavy laser 2 is 2 heavy shots, so I mean that's 4 damage. Fortunately, it was only our weapon system that went down after the Zoltan shield was taken down, as opposed to like our shields, and we're in for a bad time. Hey, is it Jesuitical? Jesuitical? How's it going? Yeah, we just found some asteroids, empty jump, not a store, just need a store, need a weapon. If I could get an actual weapon, I would be ever grateful. Okay, we have a rock ship here. Mini beam and an ion. Totally safe. Doesn't look like they have any way to heal, so let's send 4 in over to shields and see what's what. We got 1 rock. Got a 2nd rock. Slowly but surely comes for the 3rd one. Hey, thank you for the follow. You just tanking all that damage. 3 fuel, 2 missiles, 29 scrap. Go ahead once again. It's and repeat. You're healed. You're fine. You don't need to run laps. Lets me actually see the most jumps in this sector. I don't want to push too far ahead that I'm actually burning jumps at the end of the sector. Oh, please don't be the storm. Scene 1. Gross. Guess we could go Nebula here, possibly here. Let's see what's there and there. Let's go ahead and do that. You spy 2 pirate ships lurking in a nebula here. They remain unaware of your presence. Able to get your scanners to at least identify their cargo. One is carrying fuel supply, the other aim. I'm just gonna let them leave. Right? I have no idea what this fight. If I recall correctly, these rewards are typically incredibly awful. I'm gonna double check. This is even worth the risk. Probably not. Oh, if I get a crew kill, I get a high amount of stuff. Well, I do have the stuff for a crew kill. Do I want fuel or do I want ammunition? Let's go ahead and secure the fuel line. We'll give it a shot. What's the worst that can happen? Heavy laser 2. And a teleporter, but no way to heal. This is fine as long as we don't actually damage any of their systems. So the reason I don't want to damage their systems is then they'll start shifting power around to other parts of the ship. And this is pretty much perfect right now what we have. Our 2 shields can totally absorb these 2 shots every single time. We actually want to get healed up. So we can absolutely take our time, soften them up, teleport back with... See what's over there. We got another rock and... Dalton. Anybody else? Nope. Alright, let's kite them around the ship. Zoltan shows up first. Little 2-on-1 time. Take down this rock. 6 heal, 31 scrap. Jeez, that is a reward. Fantastic. Hey. Yeah, long-range scanners, super good for nebulas, or just in general. Power up my engines. Let's get out of here. Not showing me stores. Okay, that's kind of terrifying. We got a med bay and a teleporter. Black, heavy laser. Jeez. How do I want to do this? Let 2 board and try to quick kill. Okay, we let them board. What exactly am I dealing with it? Use the Mantis because the Mantis is one to board her. Okay. So we'll put the NG here. Deal with him. We'll actually put the second NG. We'll... Yeah, we'll just board in the weapons and then hack the weapons. Probably gives us the best chance of surviving here. Why did you only board with 1 Mantis? Who said that was a good idea? Okay, well, that was insanely bad. No, no, I actually do need a pilot. Don't even... At least I have 2 shields. Okay, so engines, you... You're just healing. Any chance I can actually pull that guy coming in? I don't. So I don't want him breaking the door down, because then he can escape to go back to the med bay. And he broke the door down. Alright, luckily we were able to actually kill him before he ran back into the med bay. Oh, it's so much easier when I have actual weapons. I think I watched Scott Onesie do a run where it didn't get a weapon outside of his starting weapons until Sector 5 with the Shivan Rock B. But so far we've seen, what, Chain Ion, Heavy Ion, Stun Bomb, which is also an ion weapon, and the Burst 3. So 5 of our 6 weapons have been ions, and aren't real weapons. Store? Question mark? In a, really not question mark, because we actually really haven't seen it on Green Sector. We will totally fight these pirates. Mini beam, basic laser, we're fine. We will be heroes. Always are, except times when we're not. Okay, I admire you, NG, but Mantis got this. This is what we pay him for. Just kidding. I totally don't pay these guys. Whoa, that is a high level teleport. We'll just kill him off. Alright, and we're gonna wait a little bit. Like I said, I want this cooldown to be offset. So when we beat up their other crew, we can manipulate the doors without them breaking it down. Zoltan and Rock. Go party in the med bay. Cool, pirates are dead. 2 fuel, 18 scrap. And the victim jumps away as well. We even have a chance to speak to them. Hunt them down later. I got their license plate number, so we'll be paying them a visit after we take down the flagship. That's how we roll in FTL. Is that really my store? Okay, so let's go ahead and I guess we'll do another improvement on engines. One in hacking. Well, do hacking might be necessary for some fights. I will totally participate in your study. Cool, please accept these small cakes made from stiff dough as well as some scrap. That's actually unfortunate. If we have the... You can either get this reward, which is relatively low scrap, or you get a fight where they reward you with, I think, either a drone or a weapon. If you haven't caught the theme of tonight's cast, looking for a weapon. Okay, well, boarding drone. boarding drone, or do I just hack shields and then rely on my heavy laser? Let's go with that. Because boarding drone, again, could just board directly into their piloting and kill the ship for us. We can take that shield. Cool. You can actually be on weapons. I doubt they're trained in that. Let's see, what fun things can I talk about? So we actually started a fire. I don't know if you noticed it, but when you know the AI ships don't have oxygen, boarding ship losing. I mean, yeah, making up the scrap is normally not a problem as long as you're not eating a bunch of missiles, which typically isn't a problem with this ship because of the defense drone. Oh yeah, that once you start a fire in a room, it actually does stop the repairs. Okay, evasion's down. On the plus side, we're getting some lovely training. Oh, that's a bit sketch. Hey, 3 fuel, 2 missiles, 23 scrap. Once again, I think this is the 3rd or 4th time we've picked up a refugee ship. We will hail the refugees. Missiles for 3 drones. Absolutely. Absolutely. Get one more jump before the exit. I'm just going to jump here and get bitter when I find out that that's the store couldn't get to. Wow, no, there wasn't. Huh, must have been some jump I didn't see, I guess. Do I want to buy fuel? 18 fuel. No, thank you? Yeah, no thanks. Civilian sector NG control. Let's go ahead and go NG controlled. Okay, so we are in sector 4. Controlled. I like to start thinking about level 3 shields here if necessary. Towards like the last half of the sector. But yeah, weapons. Weapons, man. Okay, so we'll get jump here. That'll let us see if the stores are that 2 points. Cross, down, and up. Engine control sectors have 2 to 3 stores. Come on. It's gonna show me some love eventually. Stress. I do want to know if that one's a store. First. 2 shielded ship. Got a missile. Charge laser. Yeah, go ahead, aid that civilian ship. Get the defense drone for the missile. Let's see what we get boarded with. Double Mantis on single Mantis. Fortunately, they have a clone bay. What exactly am I dealing with over there as far as enemy goes? Mantis NG. And they have doors. Gonna board again. We board twice. Piloting, that is not okay. gonna quad board them. Oh, my medbay's not even online. That might help. Wow, it's always like charging the 4 shots. Gross. Normally it fires them sporadically. Ace. That's a problem. Jeez. Like, that's the worst time for it to have gone down. Unfortunately, this actually won't kill their crew. Like, that's not how hacking works against, clones. I, like, win these fights now. Okay, who's beat up? Steven. So we order Steven out of the room. We'll order this Mantis out of the room. Mantis back in. Steven back in. Get the switch up. Here goes my piloting. A level 2 hack on this to try and kill some of their crew off. Well, it kills them in a weird order. They still have, like, the time delay. And it's really tricky on how it actually... Like, me hacking it instantaneously, I've turned it offline, but they can actually still spawn crew out of it. So my backup plan is that these guys are able to destroy the shield and I can just shoot it. Alright. No more life signs. We hasten to contact the civilian ship. 3 fuel, 1 drone. Scrap. 15 scrap. Okay. Let's get out of here. Same thing if is ion for the duration. Well, I understand that it works like the ion, but like I know that if I hack it, it just doesn't kill them. It actually has to wait for it to lose their DNA, and then it has to progress through all of them. It doesn't just turn it off quite in the same way. Like if it was just damaged. Even if it's damaged, yeah, so it actually takes time for the, like I said, it to lose the DNA in it and burn through all the bodies, I suppose. What did you do? And then with the clone bay, you also have the thing where you actually have to, like, take it offline and wait for all the crews for it to actually register that you've killed everything. If I hacked the clone earlier... to deal with the border? That's probably true. Yeah, that's fair. Hey, 1, 2, 3. Great. Please don't actually be a dive. I need a store. I need the store. Hull laser Mark 1 and a small bomb. Well, those definitely are actual weapons here. Slow, but... Okay, let's buy the hull laser. Let's get that online. Hull laser, heavy laser. Or fine on fuel. Small bomb here. Oh, and I'm not a big fan of the hull lasers. I mean, it's slow, it's projectiles, but it gives me. I felt like I need actual projectiles. I mean, while I appreciate the small bomb and its ability to, like, you know, just hit a med bay or a clone bay, that's been really strong. I do only have like 11 of them. I sort of have hacking to do that as well. Clone bay. Alright, I think I'm okay with this, though. The options. Oh, you're gonna be a dive. Dang it. Strange bug, can you assist us in debugging? But you make interesting purchase choices. Okay. Well, I guess that's something. This is the only blue human event, isn't it? Yeah, this is the confused Mantis. I have Mantis crew. I could just talk with Mantis. Listen to their problem. Found malfunctioning Mantis believes it is human. Will receive input only from humans. Danger evaluation extremely high. Provide assistance. We provide assistance. Mantis is terrified at the sight of your crew member. He immediately attacks NG rescuers, and your crew member is forced to kill him. They are grateful you give us a small reward. It's not a dive. That's so fantastic. Super, super happy about that. Alright, so Clone Bay lets me be pretty aggressive with my boarding situations. The co-op FTL or versus FTL. Yeah, I don't think versus FTL would work. I think everyone would sort of just gravitate towards the exact kind of same ship builds. I'm not sure exactly how, like, what you would have two ships in the co-op, or one of you gets assigned specific crew members. How exactly would that work? Go to this distress. That's totally not a dive. Is that a Vulcan chain laser? Yay! This is super Vulcan chain laser. How do I want to do this? Chain laser will take a while to get online. Crew members between ships. Co-op version. Different rules like a team. Take a while for the Vulcan laser to go online. I would like my... You're totally just gonna board. There's no reason not to. I have a clone bay. Except for this small bomb kit. Totally hit me with clone bay, and then I'm all sad. We got a human. Human number 2. They only have 2 shields. Pretty much pulled all their evasion off by now. Yeah, so they've had 4 crew. Oh, and actually one auto fire on. System act wanted offline. Oh, okay. Well, that's cool. would actually be the smart way to do it from here now. Softened up the crew, you're relatively safe from their weapon systems. Really just don't want to lose these guys to a small bomb to my clone bay. Okay, this is fine. Stop my hacking. It's rude. Can't bore with this small bomb online. Okay, this is also really dumb that I actually put my Mantis in the clone bay, so if it got small bomb, they would both just die. That's like a bad plan. And fire in the O2. That's so ridiculously bad. So this is like the situation that if we only had 2 Mantis, you just lose. Other fire. Probably all sorts of the wrong way to do this. Yep. That Vulcan was going to come online and destroy us. Alright, the Vulcan vessel turns out to be poorly equipped. We will give you nothing. Rewards are terrible. Are all these fights, like every single one of these fights, well no, not every single one, that's a bit. We've had a lot of really gross fights already. And of course it didn't help that it took us a while to actually get a second weapon online. But boy, I just can't figure out how to like take down these ships with crew kills half the time. Sure, what's your specialty? Upgrade my reactor for 25 scrap. I will decline. Thank you for that, cost exactly what I already... The distress. Smoldering NG research station, stress call unanswered. Attacked by pirates or Mantis most likely. There may be some left alive or something of value left on board. This isn't the virus one. That normally says 2 D words in the first sentence. Which is where, even if you have a clone bay, your crew isn't safe. Okay, yeah, we could totally clone bay this thing then. Board the station! Send away to investigate, but there's nothing. Okay, well, that got us all excited for nothing. Store. 55 scrap and store. Not really a lot I can do with that, to be perfectly honest. Still feel very far behind. Participate in your study. 15 scrap cakes and stiff dough. Thank you for the food. Want to pay your toll. I really don't want to pay your toll. So you have 3 shields and a flak too, though. They got 1 NG. What else do they have? Another NG. Alright, so hacking their medbay actually doesn't hurt my crew. It hurts theirs. Okay, you guys should go back in your position. You stay kind of like there. Semblance of piloting. Oh, that's my clone bay. Okay, we'll vent that fire out, I guess. Oh, I can't hack their medbay. That's funny. Alright, got 40 scrap. So hacking their medbay was about... I was just trying to kill their crew as fast as possible. With 3 shields, my weapons can't penetrate it unless they actually hack their shields. Maybe that would have been the right call. Hack their shields and board. And then try and hit them in the weapons. Probably something... That probably would have been better. Alrighty. Hack shield. Have to remember that hacking shield is actually an option. Scrap, also good. The exit. Ship with conspicuous pirate markings. Attack them before they can attack. Okay, so dual laser ion and a hull beam. New crew though. Could I get 1 evasion, please? Just, like, 1? It's like a Herculean, apparently. Cool. Okay, we can board, and we just win this fight. Okay, 1 fuel, 1 drone, 6 scrap. 4. Alright, I'm gonna go 3 shields. Get some defense up once again, low on hull, still pretty weak weapon system. I'm really not able to take advantage of the fact that I have a 4-person teleporter because I need evasion to just not get ripped apart by enemy ships, it seems. Slug Home Nebula or Slug Controlled Nebula? We'll go Slug Controlled. Slug Home Nebula ships are really gross. They'll have mind control. These ships will also have mind control. Oh, instead of, what, spending stuff on shields? I mean, I can keep holding out for weapons. Aside from the fact that they're just not coming, I mean, I'm really just needing the weapons to occasionally deal with Zoltan shields more so than anything. Okay, let's kill off the 2 Mantis here, heal them up so they're full health when I board. The reason we get level 2 oxygen is slug ships like to have events where they hack your oxygen. If you have it at level 2 powers, you can level 2 or higher, you can like overcharge your oxygen system to keep it online. If you had a lot of amazing weapons and could dunk ships quickly, maybe you get away with it. All of our fights are pretty slow right now. Speaking of events, slugs here use tactics you hope you never see. They use remote hacking satellites to sabotage your oxygen. Improved oxygen. Okay, let's go ahead and the old defense drone up and going. It's missile. Double ions at a fire beam. Okay, so the 2 ions in the fire beam shouldn't take down our shields. This is the only thing we have to worry about. Slug ships also have a tendency to have a overabundance of crew. Oh, I was totally kidding. We absolutely have things to worry about. If they continuously hit, they actually can take down our ships. Like, totally a thing. It's a good miss. Okay, we have to defensively hack down their missile system because that could just now hit us actually in our clone bay, and that would end our run instantaneously. I get my defense drone up again, please. Thank you. We're really hoping to not have to use a defense drone there. But otherwise... I hate having to use 2 drones every single fight to have a chance of winning them. A level 3 med bay. Sure, why not? Okay, that's a fire. That's cool. We'll send the rock guy just to hang out in the fire then. Oh, this is exhausting. Alright, so we keep killing our crew because this is the only way we can quote-unquote heal them. They get passive heals, about 8 HP at level 2. Clone bay, or I'm sorry, level 1 clone bay. So what we're doing is we're forcing them to clone. They lose about 10% of their skill. We got a board 4 or 3. Long-range scanners. Long-range scanners are cool. No weapons. So, might as well pick up long-range scanners. Some hull. Fix it all. I'm burning through it irregularly. I mean, it's not like this run is over by any stretch of the imagination. That we're still still feel like we're really far behind, particularly the weapons. It's relatively obvious. The fact that we're relying a lot on drones to get us through this. Ask to see their goods. Before you get ahead of ourselves, I need to explain some ground rules. First, we accept no trays, coupons, or refunds. Forget this. Sometimes you can actually proc them into a fight. Elsewise, you can get into a situation where they like have your systems. Okay, so we have a burst 3. Oh, actual med bay though. Oh, that was double Mantis. Okay. They're totally going to annihilate my, my crew. So I'm preemptively venting out my clone base so they don't destroy that. Oh, that's good. I totally didn't even wait long enough for the cloak to actually take down their shields. Because I panicked about the NG situation on board my own ship. Worst case scenario is this weapon system down. No life signs. Wow. Killed each other. Cool. Excuse me of having to kill him myself. What's weird is I feel like I don't know exactly what I'm building for. I can just keep saying I need a weapon, I need a weapon. Interact with actual shields. I don't really seem to have anything specific beyond that. I mean, I already have all my systems used up. But this is pretty weak weapon system. Okay, select specific abilities. Your ship is never saw. Opens fire from astern. Okay, they don't have a way to heal. They totally have a lone missile system. Okay, so 3 shields is enough for the heavy laser and the heavy laser 2. Defense drone down the missiles, and because they can't heal up, we'll just win via attrition, trading our bodies for theirs. Defense drone. Cool, life signs gone. 50 scrap, 2 fuel. Reread me. Actually, no, please do reread me. I occasionally do forget. So we've already seen those 2 jumps. You arrive at the site of 2 slug ships in communication range. They don't see you. They have like telepathy, and they could sneak up on our ship in the previous jump. You overhear the conversation and learn they're planning to raid an infamous and likely wealthy pirate ship in the area. The pair jump off and note down the target's coordinates. Cool. Store, quest, store. 1, 2. That's 4 jumps if I don't jump outside the sector. I'm sorry, not jump out the sector. Jump outside the nebula here. Maybe that's 5. Quest, fight, store, and then out. Worst case scenario is a dive with a nebula. Same. Just actually, I almost gets overtaken. Because we won't have to fight ASBs when we dive. It's 2 slug ships and they're already carrying out their raid. One's in close combat with a pirate, the other seems to be heading all space cat. The pirate was protecting. First ship bursts into flames. An urgent call arrives from the slugs. We suggest you distract the pirate vessel while we retrieve the valuable 50-50 split. Suddenly, Alright, now what the normal thing to do here is you engage the pirates and then the other guy splits off with the cache, you chase after them and you get a really good reward. That's normally not a ship kill or a crew kill. Okay, if we let him go, high amount of scrap, resources, kill the crew. Get a flat amount. Fight continues. Let the pirates escape and go after the slug ship and receive a high amount. Yeah, so it doesn't. It's just a normal fight. Unless... Oh no, we can just totally get high scrap and rewards for crew kill. Let's do that. Engage the pirates. What? Okay, well, this is pretty gross. We have a Glaive Beam, 3 shields, and a Zoltan shield. Hack oxygen. Okay, 1 of 3 shots so far. Alright, we got really fortunate there that none of our shields were down when Glaive Beam hit. Alright. Totally have a clone bay. Rock. Actually, weapons probably are not going to do me a whole heck of a lot of... I'm not saying the weapons aren't going to do me a whole heck of a lot of good, but actually are. Because again, I can't totally rely on this to kill. Oh, that was terrifying. I thought I was going to hit my clone bay. They had another crew member. Okay, you guys might have to actually fix the teleporter there. Yep. So their one guy managed to actually survive through that. Okay, Clone Bay is at least down now. Three fuel, 2 missiles, 40 scrap. Oh, at least all the fights are exciting. Honestly, we could have taken so much more well, I guess you shouldn't say we could have taken so much more damage. I mean, it's only a single ion, so it means the glaive only deals 1 damage through our 2 shields. But if it had hit us in the shields... So we have 2 NGs to try and get the repairs in time. Maybe it wasn't that bad of a fight. Any fight you can walk away from. They detected some worrying radiation. They've shut off our medical unit. Of course they did. Shooters on board. Why am I hacking up more than up right now? Oh, my... Not luckily. I mean, my crew's all healed. Jeez. 2 burst 2s and a pike beam. That's gross. should be able to make quick work of them with the crew that we have. Dude. Spike beam was the thing I probably was the least concerned with. Probably gonna run from this fight. I mean, this is as gross of a 6-power weapon system as you can possibly find in FTL. Next jump is a store. Let's see if we can... I mean, this weapon's already back online. I don't have a clone bay. You win. Your insane weapon system is so much better than my terrible weapon system. Flak 2. Hull missile and a heal bomb. Wow. Oh. Is that I hate the Flak 2? I kind of actually have to buy it here. Alright, well, at least I have something now. Fire 7 projectiles every 20 so seconds. I'm just taking way too much... I'm taking way too much damage every single fight. Getting through just tons of scrap getting repairs instead of actually doing improvements now. 3 shielded ship with level 3 engines. I have 4... Typically like to have 4 at this point. But aside from buying the hacking, what have else I bought? All laser and scanners. So yeah, previous to this, I've really spent maybe 55, 85, plus 80. I spent 165 scrap at a store, not counting repairs. Oh, sorry. Meant to kill you guys off. My apologies. Alright, to the exit then. Yeah, so if I had jumped to this store, that absolutely would have been a dive. Alright, another Uncharted Nebula. That's cool. We have long-range scanners. Get a lot of good jumps, hopefully. Okay, we are in Sector 6. Ion Storm. With level 2 piloting, chance that we get the event where that gives us a blue option stuff, that would be good. So I want to improve the my weapon system by at least 2 power. Start actually doing some improvements on engines. Just in general, get more scrap. Elite strategies. Okay. So is that just a heavy 1 or is that a heavy 2? That's a heavy 2. No, I really wanted to actually drop its evasion more so than anything. Alright, so as long as we have 3 shields, actually, as long as we have 2 shields up, this doesn't hurt us. Yuck. A substantial collection of useful scrap material. 30 scrap, 1 missile, 1 find in the ion storm. Hoping this is the cool blue event. Piloting. Down to a second nebula, the base plasma storm, an automated rebel ship. Automate. I need scrap. Okay, so we'll go 2 shields, hack, piloting. Gonna be the first thing I want to take down. Wow, they've really depowered their engine. Evasion. Also knocks it down by about 5%. Alright, let's just hack down their weapon. We'll hack down their evasions. Keep. Okay. If I hit it in their weapon system and I do 2 damage, maybe take this offline. I think that it'll just depower this ion. So we'll just drop its evasion down to 0, and that way all of our shots are now guaranteed to hit. Just have to rely on our non-existent evasion. Surprised it actually hasn't hacked me back yet. Must be actually converting its power over to its engines. There we go. Shields. Two scrap, 1 fuel, 1 drone. Let's go ahead and attack the ship. Defense drone for their huge giant missile. Invasion. Should be fine. Defense drone takes care of the missile. 3 shields should take care of the heavy and beam. Boarded. Piloting. Don't let it hit. Thank you. Oh, don't try to say that human beats out 2 Mantis there. Oh, you put your missile system back online? It's a jerk thing to do. It's a jerk move, game. That means I only need 2 shields now for the heavy laser. We can board. Sort of. Just one more. No life signs remaining on the ship. We get stripped of useful material. 3 fuel, 2 missiles, and 43 scrap. You guys can go fix our busted up drone system. You can get the sweet, sweet relief of no oxygen. Still can't power that for 2 more to get all 3 of my weapons online right now. Old 4-power weapon system. Okay, let's go ahead and get level 4 engines then. As much as I want to get a weapon online, I need more evasion considering now down to 9 full. Drone ship with level 4 shield. Sure. To run away. Okay, we're gonna attack piloting. Alright. Do I board? Probably should. So I'm trying to just knock their weapon systems down a few notches to be safe. And we're going to flak heavy laser into their piloting and take that offline. Fortunately, my flaks are going to be all over the place. Such a good plan. Okay. So heavy flak, or I'm sorry, not the heavy flak, flak 2, it fires 7 flak shots, 21 seconds. fairly inaccurate, you can see. But once enemy has no evasion, it absolutely destroys ships. Great at taking down shields most of the time. Took 2 hits from that fight. It breaks apart and gives you 20 scrap. Sector 6. 20 scrap in Sector 6. Okay. Yeah, you're not a store. You aren't a store. They're all up top there. Minus. Well, we already visited one. Let's see. An advanced rebel automated ship remains stationed near a small rebel space station. However, without functioning sensors, it's impossible to tell what's inside. I totally want to get at the station. Okay. Missiles. So this isn't. We don't have to fear this running away. So don't have to hopefully waste a hack drone part. Just defense drone shoots down the missile. We'll fire a flak at their weapons. Heavy laser, and everything's going to be just peachy keen. Keenest of peaches. Still want to actually take down their system. We're not safe. They could all time perfectly, just like that. I also should have actually put my crew on the systems. I know I haven't been doing that. Let's try this again. 7 projectiles go. So what's the ship's evasion been right now? 8 projectiles, it missed 5, 5. It's 4 flak, so 12, 13, 14 of 24 is about right. Again, this actually thing is accurate. So I'm hitting the shields, I'm just missing the rest of the ship. No, that time I missed 6 shots. Ah. Oh my gosh, a flak shot hit. Amazing. Down to 4 hull. Wow, my hack didn't even bother blowing up the ship or the drone. I was pretty desperate to like not take any more hull damage. Yay! Got there. 37 scrap, investigate that station. Small bomb. Okay. We'll use the small bomb over the whole laser. Just because I can run it with the power I now have. Okay, I'm gonna hit this empty-ish jump. I mean, still a possibility there, and see if our store's over here for yet again more. Oxygen levels back to normal. 4 hole, 60 scrap. Let's go. Fully damaged freighter. Teleport, lock onto life signs with our teleporter. Scoops! Fighting human. Go on weapons. Store, not a store. Stress and an ion storm. Okay. You're located nearby a human mining colony where an unknown disease has spread virulently. Setting up a quarantine to contain it, but a riot has broken out. In the Rock Crewman. 4 fuel, 3 missiles, and scrap. Okay, so let's see if this is my weapon setup. I'm gonna get more power to my evasion. Shields. Wait, what is my power at? 15, 16, 17, 18. Yuck. You have to go 19, elsewise that power bar I added just did nothing. Rounds up. So having an odd amount of power gives us 1 more power bar for this fight. Got a feeling we might need. Wow, cool. Rock armored transport nearby looks to have lost its bearings. When you hail it, they grow suspicious. Whatever life form you are, we find you repugnant. We seek no aid, leave now. Missile weapons, my power halved? No, how about if I just lead you out of the nebula for 56 scrap? That's way better. Alright, I'm actually going to hop past these 2 jumps, bank on these 2 being the store, and come back to the exit to just try and stay alive. Yeah, we will totally intervene, defend the outpost. Defense drone for the missiles. So, wrecking at 45% evasion plus 3 shields. This fires 5 projectiles. See what system we take down first. Took down the missile. Defense drone. Service. You're no longer required. See if I can actually take down its piloting. Punch is real. Fence drone, go back up. Oh. Alright. We're still alive! Fantastically fun little run. 27 scrap. The outpost hails you after the scout was destroyed. Thanks for the help. We've been harassed nonstop by the scouts. Take this on the house. 34 scrap, 3 fuel, another drone part, and a shield overcharger. Get the shield overcharger online. No. No, we're not. That. Hey, double stores. Go at least to one of them. What awesomeness do you have? You have no awesomeness. Probably should repair some hull. A shield overcharger. I'm gonna still rock the small bomb over the hull laser. It's going to do about the same amount of damage. Stick with what sort of got us currently in operation here. Slugged rain. So nice. Or to waste scrap on it right now. It's not a waste, it's just... Yeah. I have other things I could probably do improvements on my ship. Hacking piloting, we have this. With the defense drone, we have something for missiles. We're just burning through drones. Go ahead and buy 2 drone parts. Keep the hull laser then? Okay, I'm gonna keep the hull laser in case I just run out of missiles. It gives me another option to replace the small bomb. But this is the weapon system we will be rocking for the time being. I'm not gonna risk it. Holding on by a thread all the way. It would have been close. Because that's a nebula jump, I wouldn't have gone quite as far. Zoltan controlled or rock home worlds? Rock home worlds or Zoltan controlled? Okay. Go rock home worlds. So they'll have cloaking and missiles, so hopefully our defense drone doesn't let us down. But it's going to take us so long to even deal with Zoltan shields. I don't know, what's worst, Zoltan shields or cloaking? I guess Zoltan shields you only have to deal with the one time. Intruders on board. Flak 2, missile, heavy laser 2. 6. Mantis there. Essentially rocking the exact same weapon system we're rocking. Very similar. Let's see, what would be the best way to do this? I can't really small bomb them. Okay, if that's not an Artemis, small bombing them would get that. If it's an Artemis, we do 2 damage to their weapon system, that's what's going to... On the plus side, this actually will shoot down flak shots. Come on, it was totally in your wheelhouse. So we're gonna go enter shields. Hopefully we pull quite a bit of their crew. Dunk their evasion to a small degree. I think they just shot my drone out of the sky. Okay. Going on engines, I only have 35% dodge. Oh, that was a good dodge. Thank you. Oh, wow. They had enough crew to actually... Come on. Not the rock. I need the Mantis to go. No. Rock. Rock, get back here. Mantis is the only one who's too slow to get over there. Oh, we have a door system. Probably should pay something like that. Well, at least their weapon system's finally offline. Sort of trying for mutually assured destruction here. Alright, crew dead, 4 fuel, 58 scrap. Right, I'm in an asteroid. They don't jump back yet. Alright, welcome back. Heal you off. As a new player, is it worth turning on the advanced content? I normally recommend at least getting a clear on vanilla without the advanced content on. It does make it harder, and there is obviously more content. There's more systems and more weapons you have to sort of navigate. And one of the systems is hacking. And I would say that the introduction of the hacking, as well as the mind control system, enemy ships are a little bit harder. Easy, normal content. But it's whatever you feel comfortable with. I mean, if you're, if you feel like you have a grasp on all the parts, is the same game with more... I wouldn't say it's exactly the same game, because you do have hacking and you do have mind control, and that drastically changes how the flagship fight goes. But yeah, I mean, I can't, like I said, I can't say for like what you're comfortable with, but it's more fun. I mean, hacking and mind control are two of the more fun systems. anti-combat drone. Let's just get fights. Scrap. Yeah, like I said, once if you sort of have an honestly, the hardest part of FTL isn't the content; it's knowing how to like pace your improvements on your ship and what to expect from enemies in the various sectors. And you can sort of just get early on overwhelmed by everything. Have a tendency to just try out new stuff, which you should. You should always try out new stuff and understand how it functions. But you want to start being able to like at least consistently have deep runs, so you know what to expect. Let's see, what is this ship? Wow, you don't have cloaking, 3 shields. Missiles, dim missiles. Alright, what is the chance my defense drone can actually shoot down both of these missiles? Oh, I got evasion though. You guys are gonna sit tight. We'll go defense drone. My 3 shields are good enough for their weapon systems. Heavy 2, heavy 1. Okay, shoot down missile 1. Oh, awesome. Shoot down missile 2. That's fantastic. I don't want to board because I don't want my crew to potentially die and my clone bay gets hit by these missile systems. They should burn through them quickly though. Do have a finite amount. Missile 3. Alright, 1 missile system. That's fine. Med bay is offline. Let's make sure it stays that way by putting our 2 Mantis over there. Okay, weapon systems down, clone bay on. We can bring back on our oxygen. This is fine. Put out the fires yet? You guys did. Good job. Good job. Find a weapon system on their ship with no crew to stop you. You can install on your own. Free burst laser Mark 1. What? It's totally better than the heavy laser, the whole laser that we have. Yes and no. So, in a vacuum, it's totally better than the whole laser. It fires 2 shots for 2 power, just like the whole laser, but it fires every 11 seconds versus 14. But timing is not really the issue, considering we're waiting like 20 seconds for the Black 2. We could go burst laser, whole laser, heavy laser. That's 4 projectiles. Hacking, piloting. We do defeat level 4 ships and do 2 damage to a room. That drastically speeds up our weapon timing. I mean, we'd be firing almost twice as fast. Don't tell me I don't have power. I don't. All the power I need. Please no, don't leave crew aboard. Thank you for that reminder. Terrifying how in the original version before the DLC they actually didn't check that. I can only imagine all the crew that was lost. Curious sight greets you at this beacon. A disabled rock freighter drifts into space with two Mantis crafts battling out, presuming who deserve the spoils. Wait and attack the surviving Mantis. This event is hilarious. Mantis craft may have had differences, but when it comes to you and they are one by, the smaller ship suffers a power failure as it moves to engage, but the larger one lets off a volley of fire and moves into attack. Aww. So this is actually an event where the enemy's ship has, like, their weapons decreased. Or at lower power. They decided not to do this go around. Got two charge lasers and laser. That's the power weapon system. Boarding and a med bay. Defense drone is going to do me a lot of good here anyways. Shields, level 2 hack. NG and a Mantis. And they got away. Hey Camsgate, how's it going? Right. Medbay is actually down though. No, that was not. Yeah. Well, we're still alive. We're in. Geez, I think we're in Sector 7 Rock Homeworlds, doing our best with what we got. Oh, that's cool. Just randomly depower your weapons like that. It's fantastic. Cool. The time it took you to eliminate the Mantis ship, the Rock must have tail drive, and they jumped away. Get the best of both vessels. 43 scrap, 1 missile, 1 drone. Let's go ahead and heal up our crew. The cool thing about doing the, like, hacking the medbay and boarding into it is how little damage your crew actually takes. I mean, we killed 3 Mantis, right? They boarded with the Mantis and the NG. $222 scrap. Do I actually have any planned improvements right now? I don't have cloaking, so we will need level 4 shields for the flagship fight. That's going to be 180 scrap. Satellite defense system has gone haywire. We can promise to help. We got an NG. 58 scrap, 2 missiles, 1 fuel. Really cool getting level 4 shields online right now. Hey, you have cloaking and a big missile, and a clone bay, and a teleporter. Okay, so defense drone. Deal with their large missile. See where they board. Go double Mantis, they'll get faster. You. So it's just a flak 1 and a heavy ion, looks like. Should be okay. Was terrifying. It's always this part of the ship. It's like this side of the ship, which has, of course, the shields and the drone control. The ship would almost be better if they were just over here, just in the center. Pretty unlikely my shots will act. or projectiles. Okay, so now we can see into their ship. 2 rock remaining. 2 of them are on pretty low health. Okay, so let's heal up our guys. And then board with the squad of 3. Uh-oh. We got distracted by the flax. Don't need you to shoot down the flax. That's actually kind of interesting. So they just boarded with the 2 healthy crew? Down. Don't need that. Let's go ahead and probably have to actually move the teleporter for the teleporter to work. Missiles down. The oxygen. I mean, I could totally just do hacks and stuff. I'm just trying to conserve drone parts. Not anyone actually trying to repair that, right? Cool. Now that the ship has been emptied of hostiles, we get to search it. Eventually we find a prisoner who offers to join our crew. 28 scrap and Sandra. Welcome aboard. Okay, so that gives us our 4th boarding member. You're the only one who needs a visit to the medical chamber. Press Sun. Okay, we'll shift around. This is fine. Fight out of fire. I mean, I have 4 shields. Oh, those 4 jumps are dead. That's fantastic. Okay, so I know that's not the store. I guess we'll take this jump and make our way this way through the sector then. Suppose. Okay, that's just a lot of pew-pews. And teleport, and Clone Bay, double rocks. So defense drone not going to use here. How many crew are we actually dealing with? 3. forward in a second. We're gonna try and do 2 damage to their clone bay. Oh, never mind. We're just gonna do damage to weapon systems. Find the hull resist. Not the biggest issue. It's just keeping their weapons a little less dangerous than what they were. Resistance. Okay, let's see if we can take down their clone bay now. Cool. Misclicked. Way to like whiff on. Oh, there's a breach in there. It's terrible. You shouldn't go in there. Breach. You find a weapon system on their ship with no crew to stop you. You get to install it on your own. 25 scrap and a flak gun Mark 1. I mean, sure. I'll take like the 3rd best weapon in FTL. Yes. Okay with that. Super okay with it. Might think I wouldn't be. They think in game that makes it too easy. It's actually not easy. We're still. This is far from 1. Like I now actually have like 2 different weapon systems now. Got the flakin in over here, and then I got laser sitting. Oh, okay, so yeah, flak over hull laser. That's a pretty easy decision to make. That now gives us 5 projectiles. Okay. Strong this. So we'll get 10 hull repair once we make it out of this sector. Burned out hull of a rock mine lift. Oh, geez. Behind the wreck drifts a live mine, an automated drone that drills into the ship hull before exploding. It locks onto your ship's signature and heads your way. Attempt evasive maneuvers or improved engines reverse thrusters. Now this is interesting. So if I remember correctly, this event is a mine where you have a coin flip to lose a crew member. It's just a coin flip. You ask to pick the red or the blue wire. Like I said, you have a chance of dying. Wow, the beam drone actually has a event.
We asked premium vehicle owners to judge.
Don't do that. You take 6 damage, 1 hull breach in a random system, and you lose a room. Okay, we're just gonna engines it. I can't. So I was seeing if there was like an event that would yield us some scrap at the risk of a crew, and that we're not really risking crew because we have a clone bay. But I really can't sustain any more hull damage. Let's just run away. Since asteroid field giving us a distress call, shall we investigate? Let's investigate. Find the decaying remains of some kind of ship coated with ice or crystals. Sent some crew aboard to explore. Nearly everything is either destroyed or unidentifiable. One of the weapons appears to salvageable, and then there's a strange stasis pod that catches your eye. We don't even have the sector remaining to charge the stasis pod, so this is the... Jeez, so this is the Crystal Cruiser ship unlock that you have to go to the Rock Home world to complete. That's awful. Yeah, we'll take the weapon and scrap. Another small bomb. Asteroid field. Now I have like 4 weapons and asteroid field upcoming. How did I go from no weapons to 7 weapons? Anything I actually want to do with my 190 scrap right now? Oh, okay, so I want this jump. I'm going to assume probably my stores are up there. The reason I went stores more so than anything is just to heal whole and sell off a ton of stuff. Okay, let's go defense drone. Defense drone unfortunately can't totally rely on this. Because it will shoot at the asteroids. And by totally not rely on, I mean the defense drone just gave his life. Save the ship. Love defense drones. They're the best. Taking 1 for the team. Alright, that's cool. We got their medbay down. Get the crew kill. Now the ship has been emptied of hostiles. Get to search and eventually find a prisoner. 26 scrap and a Zoltan. Actually pretty good. I was eventually going to want some power. So that will be the power bar I don't have to buy now. Would have preferred is just like straight up more scrap. This is like low scrap in a crew member, but like I said, the Zoltan. Let's just hop to the store. So a power bar I think would have cost us about 35 scrap. Look, yeah, 35 scrap, so stack that reward on top of him. You're trained in piloting, but that is a waste of your power bar, so you get to go chill out in shields. And now we have all sorts of decisions we're make. Let's actually see what this store has. A halberd beam. Halberd beam and another dual laser. Defense scrambler, repair arm, shield charge booster. So we have to decide what are the actual weapons we're going to use for the flagship fight. I don't need double small bomb. I mean, I don't think we'd leave without the halberd beam. That thing's going to be just absolutely annihilate the flagship for us. We hack piloting, fire 5 projectiles, it takes down their shields, and then halberd beam pretty much does the rest of the work for us. Does that sound like a plan? We can use our crew to try and get as much crew kills as possible. Let's see. How much power is that going to take to get online? That would leave me with 2 scrap, but I have a ton of stuff to sell. Heavy laser is so good because of that 30% chance to cause fires. Like, if we breach or if we hack piloting and then heavy laser into, or hack shields and heavy laser into it, that's really good for crew kills. I think we got to rely on the teleporter, though. Don't need long-range scanners anymore. Don't tell Scott Onesie I sold family. Scott doesn't like it when you sell family, for all the times that he's totally done it, but it's okay. Alright, so we almost a full. Would be ideal if we just find at least one repair station in the next sector. We're totally going to attack rebels, and then we are going to totally steal supplies from the civilians. Okay, that's a lot of weapons and a teleporter. Okay, Mantis go, Mantis go. Gonna want to hack evasion. Through shields on. Got the med bay offline. Now we should be good to go ahead and board them. So the reason I hack engines versus piloting in this scenario is we don't want to actually lock them into piloting if they try to run away. We don't want them to run away. So, like, once we board with 4, all their crew members should pour into this room to try and fence off. Where? Oh, someone's repairing shields. Of course someone's repairing shields. That's cool. Totally gonna steal civilian supplies. Plague vaccinations. Oh well. I can't believe we made it out of that slug sector alive. Yeah, we're sitting on what, 4 hull? And now we have a legit amazing weapon system. And the only thing I could say is I would rather replace the burst laser 1 with a burst laser 2. I'll go ahead and you out as well. I think we're trained in everything that we need to be trained in. I still have another 3 power bars I can put into the ship. The problem is drones. And just that, and RNG at this point. So we can get to a repair store, or a repair jump, Sector 8. That would go a long way in getting us drone parts, making sure our hull's completely topped off, and being able to take down the flagship. So let's go. Sector 8, the last stand. You arrive at an outpost close to the Federation base. Your access codes get you past initial security, and an officer sets up a direct feed to the Federation war room. Admiral Tully speaks first, saying, "What is the meaning of this? Who are you?" We were like, the secret mission. It's cool. We just bringing you some data. It's all good. Just here to drop it off. Explanation is met with murmurs of cynicism and disbelief among the officers. So legitly, like, who actually assigned this mission? Nobody else seems to know what we're doing. Well, these guys are on some secret mission, sure, and they had access codes, but super unlikely. Who would send such a weak ship to try and defeat the entire Federation? That plan is stupid. But since you're here, General Turzel decides to give a impromptu speech of risk all or save none, risking you to save themselves. What a champion. We explain the weakness is the rebel flagship. It is settled then, says Tully. The rebels will be here in a matter of moments, and we will do what we can to hold off their warships by staying safely in our bunkers. But you must succeed in destroying this flagship. The current outpost can provide you with some repairs and fuel. We don't have anything else here. Over there in the corner. No awesome weapons or anything you need. Couldn't even repair you even all the way up to the top. Anyways, we'll leave some other repair stations that can potentially provide aid as well, provided they're not overtaken by the rebels already. And well, there's one repair. We just make a beeline to the base. Goal to a hull repair, 5 drones. Drones are important. The sensors have picked up a refugee ship drifting through the system. No doubt one of the many fleeing the rebel advance. Yeah, they're on their way, dude. You should get out of here. We hail them. I don't need 10 fuel. We are running low on supplies. Apparently supplies is drone. I will politely decline. 13 drone parts should be enough. Shields, grossness. Okay, so what we're going to do is hack their evasion here. Alright, so they fired a defensive anti-drone shot here. It takes out combat drones as well as hacking drones. So we'll turn off our drone system and hopefully the ion charge just sails past our hack and turn it back on. It's amazing. Yeah, that's what I was concerned about. Double rocks go deal with this guy. Alright, we'll open up the door since he always causes a breach. Get our oxygen up to level 2, and that deals with the oxygen loss. See, they only have a burst 1 and heavy laser, so 4 shields means we're totally safe. Well, no, we're not totally safe. All 4 shots have to hit, and then this beam drone has to hit us. Ideally, we're going to do a ton of damage to their ship here. If I like remotely time that well, I'm not used to actually having good weapons. Apologize. Go ahead and board into their med bay. Again with this. With no life signs remaining on the ship, you get to strip it of useful materials. 75 scrap, 2 fuel, and a missile. Eesh. Them rewards. Thank you for fighting so valiantly. I'm now going to kill you off as a reward. I mean, heal you. I'm healing them. It's fine. They won't remember a thing. As soon as I turn on my clone bay. Look at me. I'm all sounding confident because, you know, not the horribleness that it was like 2 sectors ago. This is when bad things happen in FTL. Not when things are going horrible, it's when they're going well. gonna get overtaken. We can jump here. Hopefully this isn't overtaken. And the base. Before we do that, I do have quite a bit of scrap. A lot of buffer points in weapons. Buffer points in drone defense. Okay, let's get... Need one more power bar, right? And I can turn off, toggle my oxygen on and off to run the defense drone when I need to. 6 engines, it's pretty alright. Get the buffer point in weapons just to make sure that they don't go down. Real fear. Also the clone bay, but we get scrap from either of these 2 jumps, so we should be able to get that improvement. Okay, mind control and force shields. We can definitely... Yeah, we'll just hack evasion. Have the projectiles. We'll just kill off our rabid crew member. Do a swipe. Okay, 46 scrap. Let's go ahead and get that buffer point in as well. Oh, can we hit this repair? That's super greedy? That seems super greedy. If that connected, I totally would. Let's see. You jump into the field debris. It appears a battle recently took place. Well, there seems to be a civilian ship. A message is left on repeat before it is destroyed. Rebels attack. Please send aid. Let's go looking for that rebel ship. Complete pursuit doubled by 1 jump. Literally don't know what that means in Sector 8. Let's put up the old defense drone to deal with this really gross missile. Let's board and say hello. Also, I seem to have some sort of boarding drone. Okay, we got the med bay offline. Don't let me down, drone. Almost there. Okay, so I think someone's fixing the med bay, so we can't actually send all 4 crew into a single room, but we want them all to be busting down the door, so we direct 2 into the med bay and 2 into the piloting, so then they actually are all working in unison. Life science remaining, 2 fuel, 2 missiles, and 62 scrap. Okay, with 102 scrap remaining. So level 3 hack, power to get it online if we need it. If we kill all their crew off, we really don't need to improve doors. I have 11 drone parts. Drone. Hacking. I guess this is what we go with. To the flagship. This is it, the Rebel flagship. If you're able to destroy this monstrosity, the Federation fleet has a chance of surviving. There's no turning back. So this is a little bit different. By a little bit, I mean a lot of bit different than normal and easy mode. The biggest difference are the missile room here and the laser cannon room here are actually attached to the ship. A really strong strategy, arguably, yeah, it's the best strategy in easy normal, is to take out the crew member and the missile system in phase 1. You just have to do 7 damage to that room. And then every subsequent phase, you only have to do 3 damage to take this missile system offline. It is the biggest threat. We don't really have that option because, again, it is connected. We're also going to have a level 3 hack. I'm sorry, yeah, level 3 hack and a level 2 cloak. So we'll see how that goes. Do I actually set up my defense? I'm not going to turn my defense drawn until the hack actually goes through, because if they hit our weapons after a delay, like, can sync with the cloaking, and that's really awful. We just kind of hope that that's not what happens. I think I can live with piloting. We'll see. Okay, so the main goal will be to try and kill off as much of their crew in phase 1 as we can while sustaining minimum amounts of damage. That is actually the smartest way to do it. Oh. Yeah, at least 1 power to get there. Okay, I'm actually not going to worry about the missile system as much as I want to take out their med bay. Hacking and their cloaking. 1 swipe, come on. Oh wow, I can't actually do that? Okay, we have the buffer point there. We got most of our evasion. We'll double oxygen. I don't teleporter right now. Just chalking up as much crew kills as we can possibly muster. Is that everyone? Okay, that looks like we've actually have killed off their entire then. Minus the 2 crew in those parts of the ship. Alright, so just as we finally gain the upper hand, it finds a way to make an FTL jump. Got to keep up the assault. 19 scrap. How do I actually want to handle phase 2? Do I hack drones? Okay, so phase 2 is going to lose the hacking, the cloaking, and pick up a drone system that has a boarding drone, combat 1, beam 1, defense drone, a boarding drone, and there's also going to be an event like a pulsar where 7 drones attack us of a various combination of combat 1 and beam 1 drones. It's pretty gross. That's typically the part you would cloak if you have cloaking. We're gonna have to rely on level 4 shields here. We're just going to wait for the flagship to jump back to us. One, I think we get to save on our drone part for our defense drone. And 2, it's gonna set up phase 3 of the flagship fight. Now we've killed off the crew, so what's known as the kidnap strat isn't as important, but it's still good to use here. So the reason we're going to stay here at this base and wait for the flagship is that, again, before phase 3, the flagship will jump away. What we can do now is we'll jump into the flagship, initiate phase 3, and if something goes bad or we just want to like take as much crew on as possible, deal with them, we can always jump back to the base. It never gets overtaken. So we have a safe jump to deal crew, do repairs and whatever, and then try again on phase 3. Okay, so they're gonna have a defense drone. I can cheat my hacking past that. My defense drone can shoot down their missiles. Big thing. Another defense drone. Things. So I'm trying to figure out what's the best way to board. See, I could board 4 crew into their engines and that would take them down fairly quickly. Because they only have level 3 engines here, and once their evasion's down, like, hack on the drones. I think I'll just board into drones, though. Board into drones, hack their shields, and then deal with their missile system and everything in front. That probably gives us the shortest fight. Okay, there's the shot. We can pause. Okay, didn't quite make it. We'll try again. Oh, I forgot to like turn it off there. Come on. Didn't quite do enough damage to the missile system. Teleporter's on fire. We just vent that out. Okay, so this is also seeded. These drones that are attacking every time the event happens on this particular fight will get the exact same drone pattern. That's a lot of combat drones. What's sort of ideal is like a really high concentration of like beam drones, so don't rip your shields apart. Okay, but we've taken down all their other drones. The defense drone is down. So we just mess up their shields, I guess. All right. Okay, and that's phase 2. It's easier to move around their ship when their entire crew is dead. Got a buffer point in my teleporter. Alright, so now we're gonna, as the crew is cloned back to health, we're gonna deal with phase 3 of the flagship fight. So we now don't have to deal with the drone, also don't have to deal with the laser cannon. Instead, it will have a Zoltan Super Shield that requires take down. It will also have an event replacing the drone event where it fires 7 laser shots at once. Again, that is typically the part of the fight you want to cloak. While the Zoltan Shield is up, I cannot board, cannot do any hacking. We're going to have to rely on our weapons to hopefully get the job done. They're also going to mind control one of my crew. I'm just inclined to murder them. All of my crew is here, so we'll just kill them instead of letting them run around our ship. At least we don't have to deal with borders. That's the other thing, is that they do have a teleporter, and all the crew on the main ship can teleport over, minus the pilot. So you're not certain how it's able to keep fighting with the amount of damage it has sustained. Looks like it's transferred power to a teleporter as well as some kind of super weapon. Be prepared, this is it. So it's gonna be like auto-firing our weapons because it's all we can do. Let's drone up. Steven, my pilot. Well, that's about the worst case. Oh. Sorry, Steven. Let's go that, and this is gonna drastically reduce our evasion for a period of time. Mantis fly the ship. This is the event. Okay, I know the ship's on fire. I do understand that is a concern. Teleporter. Oh, don't auto-fire. That would have been, like, bad. Of course, they might control over there. That's fine. Okay, so once we do this, the autopilot will... So an AI has actually taken over the flagship, and if you're not aware, the AI... like an AI ship or an unmanned drone, they actually do consider everything manned, so even if we do 2 damage to the piloting, they can still have evasion. You know, cheaters. Got the missile system down. He's actually going to try and heal up in the med bay, because he's adorable. Want this taken over. Alright. So their weapon systems are pretty much down. They have 2 hull left. We're going to take our 4 remaining crew members. And we're going to have them board in the engines. Standard operating procedure when you have a quad teleporter. I'll turn the clone bay on. There we go. Wow, that really turned around in that Sector 7. Because we had much garbage weapons, and suddenly we just had an amazing 3 system with the flak, burst 1, and the halberd beam. Amazing. Thank you for the GGs. Let's see. That maybe 5,300 score? 52-24. Wow, we only defeated 39 ships. That's super low.